somehow. I don't know how I managed it, but I am. Just going to be little old me this week, and a little bit of a different pace insofar as it's a recorded show entirely. I'm out in the Czech countryside in a village or town called Otovice this weekend, just outside of the bigger town of Bromov. And my band and I are playing a show out there as part of this 3-day mini festival thing. So I figured I probably couldn't do the show live from out there. I don't want to haul all my equipment out there just to do this when I could record it. Even though it's not quite as good, I just don't see me bringing all that stuff on the train. Just wouldn't be a very fun train ride back or forth. So, yeah. Going to be here for the next 2 hours. Zach, we were going to try and record something with Zach to jump in here this week, but he was on a hot date last night, so he was a little tied up. And it'll just be me and the music for the next 2 hours. What we just heard, kind of a weird one, not so much in terms of the song itself. I rather like the song. It's called Ain't It Babe. It's credited to Charity Shayne, but the woman behind it is better known as Catherine Scher, who is part of the Manson family. So that was pre-Manson family. She put that out in 1965 through Autumn Records. It's a single. The B-side is absolutely terrible. It's one of these hippie, can't we all get along sort of songs, but I like Ain't It Babe. I think it's a nice little pop song. Alright, so guess I'll keep things going here. We'll hear from Lithics next, Victim's Jacket. This came out pretty recently through Trouble in Mind. The name of the album is Tower of Age.
Egg like pelvis, fries on raisin, frightening man, this place is full of junk.
When I married Julie, she was just 17. Pretty is the answer to any man's dream. From the start I gave Julie all the love that I had, but everyone told me that Julie was bad. For Julie liked parties and clothes that fit tight, drinking and dancing and out late at night. She was everything evil with the face of a child, and I sat home and waited while Julie went wild.
Julie went wild. Julie went wild.
I built an empire with my own two hands, power and money to break any man. But with all my possessions, power and gold, Julie was one thing I couldn't control. Though I gave Julie all my money could buy, and begged her to love me, but she wouldn't try. For she'd only laugh as she'd walk out the door. Each time she hurt me, made me love her more.
He loved her more. He loved her
I'm locked in this room now, they say I'm insane, and I know that I'll never see my Julie again. I'm a man with a heart and a tormented soul, and a mind that Julie drove out of control.
out of control. Out of control.
Ornamental trails of blood and sweat vastly decorate our morning earth with scars and marks of wretched mortals glumly fighting to the nail, virtue and moral. Abundant numbers we gather a modern designer. Fears on the world of corpses and vermin will
Yeah. That was Shwuaen of the Netherlands, and the song was B.F.F.T.L.E.W.E. I have no idea what that stands for. You can ask them instead. The name of the release is Phoenicopteridae. Yeah, they're really not making it easy for me here. That was put out this year as a self-released item. Before that, Pardans of Denmark, a modern design, put out in 2018 as part of the album Spit and Image through TAMBOURHINOCEROS. Then there was Porter Wagoner with the single version of Julie. I only just found this recently, and I really love the album, The Cold Hard Facts of Life. I've listened to it so many times. I didn't realize there was a separate single version of this. So when it came up in this random YouTube playlist for country stuff I was digging through, it knocked my socks off, as they say. It's quite a bit different than the album version. That came out through RCA Victor in 1967. Then there was Public Pleasure, Lower Expectations from the Swan Lower Expectations EP put out this year. So this is the part of the show where I'd usually talk about shows coming up, but other than the show I'm going to play this weekend, I don't think there's a whole lot going on for the month of July in Prague or the rest of the Czech Republic, at least that I'm interested in. I mean, there's other stuff, but I'm not going to give you details about shows that I don't care about. There was supposed to be München Conflict playing that Bike Jesus on the 4th, but there was something I seen yesterday about how it's canceled due to COVID-19 stuff. I don't know what that means exactly, but that's too bad. I'm sure that would have been a good one. So, what do we got next? I'm going to play Crisis or a song by Crisis. Alienation from a BBC John Peel session that the band later put out as a single. That is 2 songs from that session, Alienation and Brückwood Hospital. It was recorded in 1978, issued in 1981 through Ardkor Records. I didn't realize it, but Tony Wakeford actually initialized a reunion of sorts of Crisis, and they play shows again, or they were playing shows again, I guess, before the whole pandemic thing. And then there's even some recordings of that up online. I don't know how much of a reunion you'd want to call it, because it's just Tony Wakeford Tony Wakeford with some other people who were not in the original incarnations of the band. And definitely no Douglas Pierce. I very much doubt he's even into the idea of people playing these songs. But anyhow, maybe they're good all these years later. Maybe they're not. I don't know. But this original recording is definitely good. So here it is.
I never made it with a woman, I've only made it with men. I like to make it with a woman, just to show if I can. I never made it as a human, I only want to be a man. I like to make it as a human, just to show if I can. I got nothing to say that they want to hear. They walk away when I can't hear. It's not a communication, socially complete. Alienation, 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 alienation. I never made it with a union, they labelled me a socialist. But I'd like to make it with a union, but I am a mouthy racist. But I'm not a union basher, George Ward or Margaret Thatcher. But I hate bureaucrats, self-seeking doormats. I got nothing to say that they want to hear. They walk away when I come near. It's not a communication, socially complete. Alienation, alienation, socially complete. Alienation, alienation, cheap day return. Alienation, alienation to Coventry. Alienation, alienation, nation.
Give me the mighty, give me the mighty, give me the Things that go bump in the night give me a terrible fright. I turned round to switch on the lights. Something was holding me tight. It came in the night. 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 It gave me a fright. It gave me a fright. It gave me a fright. It looked like an argument, right? It seemed to glow brighter than white. I thought for a time it would bite. Perhaps I could put up a fight. Never thought that this would happen when you kissed me goodnight. Now awake in some confusion, it's such a delight. It came in the night. 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 It gave me a fright. It gave me a fright. It gave me a fright. Things that go bump in the night give me a terrible fright. I turned round to switch on the lights. Something was holding me tight. It came in the night. 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 It came in the night.
Are you kidding? I'm getting an abortion and I can't wait.
Take another box, call my line. Break some big, call my line.
Stranger's arms reach out to me, 'cause they know I'm so lonely. Then my mind goes back to you and your sweet love sees me through. Your sweet love sees me through. Strangers' eyes see through me. They know I need company. Then I stop and think of you. Your sweet love sees me through. Your sweet love sees me through. Strangers take my lonely hands, tell me that they understand. I'm tempted, then I think of you and your sweet love sees me through. Your sweet love sees me through.
Okay. Old Lee Hazlewood, that old softy. Your Sweet Love, isn't that a great song? Comes from The Very Special World of Lee Hazlewood, put out by MGM in 1967. Then there was Knots with Half Painted House from the album 3, put out by Goner Records last year. Then in a very Halloween-y kind of tone, A Raincoat with It Came in the Night from 1976. That was the soundtrack to the short film Rabbit's Moon by Kenneth Anger. That's where I first came in contact with it. And yeah, they put it out as a single through EMI in the UK in 1976. Speaking of Halloween, what came before that was put out by Spooky Records. It was Lost Talk and Bucket from their album Tenterhooks, released in 2019. And then, as I mentioned, Crisis with Alienation to start from the Alienation Brückwood Hospital 7-inch. Yeah, I guess to keep it with UK punk, post-punk stuff, I'm going to play This Heat next, Paper Hats, from their album Deceit, which came out in 1981 through Rough Trade.
Paper hats or made
hat mir erzählt, für ihn bin ich die Einzige auf der Welt. Und dass außer mir ihm sonst keine gefällt. Doch dann hat man ihn gesehen, sie war blond und wunderschön. Wie soll es denn bloß mit uns weitergehen? Nichts als Sorgen macht er mir, doch er kann ja nichts dafür, denn er denkt ja nicht daran, dass ich ihn liebe. Nichts als Sorgen macht er mir, aber ehe ich ihn verliere, sehe ich ein, ich muss ihm wieder mal verzeihen. Ich hab ihn gefragt, warum schenkst du mir nie einen Blumenstrauß? Ich hätte mich gefreut, doch er macht sich nichts draus. Aber als ich ihn heute sah, da stand er mit Rosen da und schwindet mir vor, die sind für Mama. Nichts als Sorgen macht er mir, doch er kann ja nichts dafür, denn er denkt ja nicht daran, dass ich ihn liebe. Nichts als Sorgen macht er mir, aber ehe ich ihn verliere, sehe ich ein, ich muss ihm wieder mal verzeihen. Nichts als Sorgen macht er mir, aber ehe ich ihn verliere, sehe ich ein, ich muss ihm wieder mal verzeihen. Sehe ich ein, ich muss ihm wieder mal verzeihen. Sehe ich ein, ich muss ihm wieder mal verzeihen.
That was the car that
Did it. A dog this afternoon bit a man.
Well, here comes that crazy man on his big old bike. Come on. Let's dig on him. Right now.
Get away soon, watching off on you, but I'm on the run.
On the run.
Johnny's phone, she's full of balloon, and now I'm on the run.
On the run.
I know a lot of girls around the world, had a lot of worlds and flying curls. Let me tell you, I'm on the run. Run to find the one way to town. Oh! Get on my Honda, Honda. Gonna head down the pike.
I like your eyes, son. Out of sight.
Get on my Honda, Honda. Bring
Ooh, baby.
you on my bike.
Whatever you like, boy. Whatever you like.
Well, I got a scooter that's sweet. Got a helmet and boots. I got a shoulder to hold and a motor to show. 100. Oh, yeah.
I like your crazy Honda. It rides so smooth, and I dig you. Crazy. Yes, we can go a long, long way.
Come on.
Yeah. Do you dig me?
Get on my Honda, Honda. We gonna head down the pike.
I like your bike, boy. Out of sight.
Get on my Honda, Honda. There ain't nothing you can't do on my bike.
Whatever you like, boy. Whatever you like.
Well, I got a scooter that's good. Got my helmet and boots. I got a little boots
Slocks. Use Me was the song. It was put out as a 7-inch in 2017 through 3 different labels, because why do it through just one when you can do it through 3? Resurrections Records, SOB Records, and Double Face Records. Then there was Rod Keith with the hilarious and bizarre Get On My Honda Rhonda, which was put out originally, I don't know when, through probably MSR, the Song Poem Company, but somebody compiled it onto Saucers in the Sky, which is a whole bunch of Rod Keith performed song poems, and then that was put out by the Roratorio label in 2005. So yeah, the idea, as I keep saying this all the time, and I wonder if people get tired of me saying this, but song poems being one of these things where people can write whatever lyrics they want, send it into a company. The company will say, "Oh, you're great. We'll hire or we'll pay people to produce your song and make you famous, but we need money from you first to make it happen." And then people send them money. The recording's actually made, but then nothing happens beyond that. So that was the product of the song poem process. Get On My Honda Rhonda. Manuela before Rod Keith. Und die 5 Dops. Nicht als Sorgen from 1965. Put out by Telefunken in West Germany. And then before that, from former East Germany, of a much different caliber, Brie with Monoton. Comes from Kitchen Legs, released through Kitchen Leg Records. Can't even talk today. 3, which came out in 2019. And to start this heat, Paper Hats from Deceit. All right. Got some more stuff on the way here. If my backing track, oh, there it is. There we go. Let's see. What are we going to go with next? Johnny Kidd and the Pirates. Restless from 1960. Features a really perfect guitar solo. Comes from his master's voice on a single. It was put out in the UK.
You don't know how restless you've made me. Don't know, baby, what a fool you've made out of me. Are you still to be my loving baby? Come and take a chance at the romance. You keep me waiting for a date, and when you do, you turn up late and try to play it cool. Not cool enough to make it stick. I knew it was another trick to keep me waiting, or keep me waiting. Yeah, well, I'm so restless. Now I'm through with love, maybe. I don't want romance, I'll never ever take another chance.
a yellow fruit.
Orange.
Duh.
So sad, went away crying, so mad, really was trying to give you what you needed, needed what you had. Everything you gave me, baby, always something bad. So glad to get out when I did. So bad to be out on the skids instead of in your arms. You did me so much harm. I feel dead sorrow inside. I hate you. I hate you for giving me all your pain. I hate you. Yes, I hate you. Thanks for letting me off your chain. So nice that I'm free. Think twice of what you did to me. Wish I could get my teardrops back. If I came around, you'd stab me in the back. So good, I'm not on the rack. Hey, I'm getting ready just to attack. My grief is heavy, 'cause the wrong is long. Crying 'cause I am damned, but crying for what I am. I hate you. I hate you for giving me all your pain. I hate you. Yes, I hate you. Thanks for letting me off your chain.
Inside every young pair of pants there's a mountain. Inside every mother's eyes is Tommy Tinker's bed. Inside every candidate waits a grateful dead. Make it a thing when I'm on my own to relieve myself. Make it a thing when I gazelle on stage to believe in myself. Make it a thing to glance at window panes and look pleased with myself. Yeah, and pretend I'm walking home. kicking the moon. Well, I ain't gonna suck no radar wing, 'cause inside this tin is tin. Would you like techno plate? 'Cause I'm your candidate. Oh yeah. It's a matter of life and the way you walk. You got a real queen, got a real queen. It's a matter of tact and the things you talk that keeps his passport clean. His passport. A matter of fact that a cock ain't a cock on a 12-inch screen. On a 12-inch screen. So I'll pretend I'm walking home. A lot to keep an age in tune. You don't have to scream a lot to predict monsoons. You don't have to paint my contact black. Now I've hustled a pair of jeans. Do I have to give your money back when I'm the Fuhrer-Lean? Make you a deal. I say I came from Earth and my tongue is tape. And my tongue is tape. I'll make you a deal. You can get your kicks on the candidates. On the candidates. Make you a deal. For your future's sake, I'm the candidate. I'm the candidate. Let's pretend we're walking home.
Ooh, okay. That was good old David Bowie with Candidate, a demo version that appeared on a reissue of Diamond Dogs. Diamond Dogs originally came out in 1974. The CD reissue this is sourced from came out in 1990. Then there was Kim Fowley with I Hate You, put out in 1973 on his album International Heroes. That's a real wild one, as you'd expect from Kim Fowley. Capitol Records is responsible for that. Then there was Exit Group of Germany. Negative was the song. Adverse Habitat is the record it's taken from, and that was put out in 2018 by Castleface. Then there was Bonnie St. Clair and Unit Gloria, I Surrender, from 1971, found on a Philips 7-inch single. And as we started with Johnny Kidd and the Pirates, Restless from the year 1960. I'm going to wrap it up with a few more songs and get the hell out of here because I got to go catch my train and get out to Otovica for the show I was telling you about earlier. And hopefully next week I'll be live again and be a little bit better organized as I always aspire to be, but never really pull off in the way that I'd like it. Yeah, and hopefully Zach will be back, and who knows what other kind of stuff will go down. But I'll be here in some capacity. Didn't want to miss a show, don't want to be getting into that habit of skipping them and doing repeats or any of that kind of foolishness. Should be able to do a 2-hour radio show a week. I don't think that's too much to ask, you know. So, yeah, thanks for being here. And what do we got next? I will play These Immortal Souls, One in Shadow, One in Sun, from their perfect 1987 album, Get Lost, Don't Lie, which Mute Records released. It's so weird. This goes for like €50 a copy now. Well, not weird insofar as it's a great record, and I understand why a lot of people would want to buy it, but I don't know why it's not been re-released. Especially Mute could probably re-release it. I don't know. I'm no expert on these matters. But anyhow, after These Immortal Souls, we'll hear X-Deal with Essay, taken from demo number 2, which they put out this year. Then Syd Barrett, Dark Globe, the choral version, which is the Jones 1987 clean mix found on an unofficial bootleg kind of thing called Psychedelic Freakout, which is a bunch of Syd Barrett related items that was put out in 2010. The original recording for Dark Globe, or recordings, I guess, took place in July of 1969. After that will be Pax with Useless Swine. It's a really strange record this comes from. I don't even necessarily know if I like it or not, but sometimes the records that take me a while to decide are those that I end up really enjoying in the long term. So the album it's from is called Pax Hotel, and it was put out by Fiasco Limited this year. And then perhaps thematically correct for ending the show will be Sonny Lee with Walk Right Out the Door. And then perhaps also thematically correct, the B-side is called Funny How Time Slips Away. Walk Right Out the Door and Walk Right Out the Door and Disappear is the A-side, and this is put out by New Star Records. But yeah, as I mentioned, here we go. These Immortal Souls, One in Sun, or One in Shadow, One in Sun. And I'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.
The suit of clay I wear has a sleeve across my mouth, and the roots of trees that bind you are to keep you way down south. But you can't touch the state of mind.
pussy willow that smiled on this leaf. When I was alone, you promised a stone from your heart. My head kissed the ground, I was half the way down, treading the sand. Please, please lift a hand. I'm only a person whose armbands beads on his hands hang tall. Won't you miss me? Couldn't you miss me at all? The poppy birds wave, swing twigs, coffee brands around, brandish a wand with a feathery tongue. My head kissed the ground, I was half the way down, treading the sand. Please lift a hand. I'm only a person with Eskimo chain. I tattooed my brain away. Don't you miss me? Couldn't you miss me at all? Pussy willow that smiled on this leaf. When I was alone, you promised a stone from your heart. My head kissed the ground, I was half the way down, treading the sand. Please, please lift a hand. I'm only a person whose armbands beads on his hands hang tall. Won't you miss me? Wouldn't you miss me at all?
We were sent out here to do a story. To do a story about what? As you can see, there's construction underway here. They've dug out a little bit. There's water has accumulated. Traffic's backed up. In a city the size of Houston, there's always traffic. So what's the big fucking deal? What the fuck are we doing out here? I asked you, what in the fuck are we doing here? Hell, I don't know.
When I first saw you in the factory, all people called you Matthew, because I first met you in the factory. Oh, oh, oh. You're such a useless swine. Now you're nothing but a little silly piggy boy. You're such a useless swine. Now you're nothing but a little silly piggy boy. When I first saw you in the slaughtery, people called you Slaughter because I first saw you in the slaughtery. Oh, blood, oh. You're such a useless swine. Are you
silly piggy boy. You're such a useless swine. I ain't nothing but a little silly piggy boy.
Wish I didn't have to face our friends and tell them that we're through. I wish I didn't have to say this last goodbye to you. But it's over now, you changed somehow, you've made that very clear. I wish I could walk right out that door and disappear. Just walk right out that door and disappear. Then someone else could have these long hair leftover years. It would save me all those heartaches and those tears. If I could walk right out that door and disappear. I wish that I could leave and then come back as someone new and fall in love with someone, anyone who wasn't you. Maybe then I'd have the kind of love I thought that I had here. I wish I could walk right out that door and disappear. Just walk right out that door and disappear. Then someone else could have these lonely leftover years. It would save me all those heartaches and those tears. If I could walk right out that door and disappear. If I could walk right out that door and disappear.
Well, what do you know? Big surprise. We got Zach in at the very end.
Hello there, Madman. How are ya?
I'm doing pretty good, actually. How about you?
Yeah, you know what? I'm really A-okay. I've been really getting into this week. I guess I've always been into it, but I've really been into getting into this week crying in public. I probably cried like 3 days in public this week, and a lot of them were in really vulnerable situations. I guess I've always known how enjoyable it is, but I feel like it's really cementing in my mind what a tool in the toolbox it is.
Yeah.
I had this experience early on in the week where I was just kind of overcome. I was overcome. None of them have been like, I can't really think of a time in my life, maybe aside from a few deaths of really close people in my life, where I've cried, I've cried because I've been so sad. You know, like I just don't really, not that I don't think there's anything wrong with somebody doing that. I think that's a really normal, that's a normal expression of grief or feeling bad. I just, I'm not really wired that way, I guess. I certainly am wired to feel very bad, but that it doesn't express itself in that way. So I've been just crying from being really touched, or crying, I guess either way, just crying from being very touched, or just feeling overcome with the way that life works its way out, like the kind of the glory of the world in a lot of ways. I was in I had a really, really incredible morning where I got up and I made breakfast with some very close friends, and I spent time with someone who I really care about, and just everything. It's like there was a sheen on the world. You know, every person I passed was just, I felt this innate, intense closeness to. And I went to, I went to this little bookstore, and I was looking through a couple of books of poetry, and I just started weeping. I mean, it was a very noticeable cry, and in my mind I was definitely saying, all right, you've got to reel this in. But then something allowed me to there was an override function, and the override function just said, no, get it, do it the exact way you would do it. Don't overemphasize it, but, you know, cry without stifling it at all. You know, don't intentionally make a production of it, but cry the exact way that you feel like crying right now. So I was really was letting it loose, and the lady from behind the counter came up to me, and she kind of like put her arm on my elbow, because I had noticed that she was sort of crying so hard that I didn't notice. I didn't even really notice she was coming on. I was still reading the book, so I didn't notice that she was coming up to me. And so she asked me she said, like, in a very, very concerned voice, which was like almost made me cry harder. She said, "Are you okay?" And I just like started to like choke back the sobs a little bit, and I said, "I've never been better in my entire life." And
that's pretty good.
She just smiled and just walked off, and I probably cried for another 5 minutes after she walked away. Just pretty heavy sobs. And that's happened to me a number of times this week, where I've just been so moved by something that I could have stopped myself, but decided that it was best to just let my body do what it wanted to do. You know, let everything happen very normally and very naturally. It also happened on a date this week. Like, we went to this really beautiful very beautiful park, and just the day had been perfect, and under this incredible waterfall in a gorge, and I just started weeping, openly weeping. And I really couldn't quite gauge what her reaction was to it. It's like, I think very confused, very confused, because she's like started to.
Yeah, you might be able to get away with crying on the second date. First date, maybe a bit early.
Yeah, I think that's usually probably it's definitely deeper relationship kind of thing I mean, and I don't think it happens in every relationship, but I think that's definitely usually something that happens once intimacy has been established in one way or another. So there was definitely a signal that went off in my mind saying, all right, you've got to stifle this. And then that same override signal just came right in and basically just said, nope, you've got to do it. You've got to do it, my man. Let it rip. And I have no regrets at all. I think it was really beautiful and really moving, and it's kind of set the stage for me having just a really great week in general. So yeah, that's been my week. We've crying a lot.
Well, pal, I know you got to get going, and I think that's a good note to end on.
Yeah, I think we've given a lot of food for thought. maybe a little bit too much. maybe people were expecting an apple and a banana, and they got a full smorgasbord. But all I can say is eat up, baby.
I'm on board with that. All right, thanks for being here, and talk to you next week.
Always a pleasure, my friend. I'll talk to you soon.
Be seeing you.
I'll be seeing you.
Alright, to tie in with that, I'm going to play next something by Nobody's Children called Don't You Feel Like Crying, which came out on Bullet Records in 1967. And yeah, a couple more things to really wrap things up for real, this time as I record from a laptop rather than the home setup, so I'm sure I sound pretty crappy right now. I'm gonna play New Age Flu with La Vie de Roy from Conversations avec New Age Flu, put out by Fishburne Records last year. And then to absolutely end off stuff for today, for real, Moon Cult with Thunderstorms, put out this year. The song comes from the album Swallow Me Whole. See ya.
When you call your baby on the phone and she tries to tell you she's alone, don't you feel like crying? 'Cause you know she's lying. Don't you feel like crying? 'Cause you know that it's not so. And then when she whispers in your ear all the words of love you like to hear, don't you feel like crying? 'Cause you know she's lying. Don't you feel like crying? 'Cause you know that it's not so. But if you tell her that you're leaving today, you'll only come back, you can't stay away. What's the sense of you leaving a try? You can win, so get used to trying. Even though she says that she'll be true, promise that you'll love no one but you. Can't you see she's lying? And she'll leave you crying. You'll be left there crying. Wait and see. She did it to me. She did it to me. She did it to me. She did it to me.
T'imagines la vie des rois autrefois, chevauchant un peu sang, nul le soir, à travers les vallées somptueuses et vastes, ils s'exercent en puissance et ravagent la joie.
look after yourself, as they always say, because no one else will.
Let us get the fuck out of here.
Be seeing you.
And you.